We're here at the 2024 Open Division Football Playoff Bracket Reveal. I'm here with Basha head coach Chris McDonald. You guys got ranked number 2 in the Open Division, a controversial pick, but overall, how's your team feeling?
Oh, great. I mean, that's out of our control. All we can do is control what's in front of us. I like how you say controversial. I mean, I don't know how controversial it is, but yeah. I mean, we're excited to be in the Open and excited to have an opportunity to make a run at a state title.
Taking on the Horizon Huskies, how are you guys going to prepare for that matchup, especially now that you have 2 weeks before that game?
Well, I think the first thing is we need to get healthy. So our kids are going to have some time to kind of let their bodies heal and kind of recharge their batteries, and then come Wednesday we'll go back to work and have 8 days to focus on Horizon.
I've brought it up to all of your players that we've spoke to today, but you guys haven't lost to a team in the state of Arizona since Centennial in the semifinals last year. Your only loss coming to the number 10 team in the nation, 31-28 loss to Mission Viejo. What did you as a coaching staff learn from that game that might help your players in this playoff run?
Well, it's just another opponent that's a high level of competition, high caliber of competition, and I think when you walk away from a game like that and you didn't complete the objective of winning, but you can walk away. I'm not into moral victories, our kids aren't, but I think we know we knew we had a really good chance of being really good if we just kind of put some things together.
You guys have just played great all season. You've beaten 6A teams like that. Is there any team that potentially, obviously you want to take it one game at a time, but is there any team that you're eyeing to potentially play deeper into the playoffs?
Well, no, I can't. I mean, I have my thoughts. I'm not going to share them because our focus should be on Horizon and Horizon only. But look, you got 8 teams battling it out. All 8 of these teams obviously have a resume that's allowed them to get into the Open, and so there's no overlooking anybody. I'm focused on Wednesday. What we're our first practice for the Open. And then take it day by day.
When you came to Basha, they were not a competing school for titles, and you've completely changed the program around. You had Damon Williams Jr. as your quarterback for 4 years, and what I find so interesting is that whole team, you had people like Cole Martin, Deshaun Buchanan, James Duran, you had all those stars, and you guys then went out and you won an Open State Championship. But if you look at the team now, a lot of those names are gone. Now you've got a new quarterback, Brody Veers. Noah Roberts is your running back at the helm. You've got defenders like Eli Kramer-Cronin, Dante Bruley, Caden Williams. You've been able to stay competitive even with a new team. And how have you done that as a coaching staff? Because it's incredible that once again you're at the top of the bracket within basically an entirely new team.
Well, I appreciate that, but that's just kind of I think that's just kind of the culture, and kids understand that, like, year to year. I think we've had a lot of really good – you mentioned some really good players, but I think we've had a lot of really good players come through that have done a very good job kind of implementing their legacy here at Basha and how things are done, and passing the torch on to those that are younger and letting them know how things operate, and then it just kind of continues a cycle. It's maybe different faces, different names, but the standards and expectations are what they are.
You guys went and you won that Open State Championship. You know what it's like to go deep into the playoffs. You know what it's like to play a high level of competition. How are you preparing now for this playoff run? What are you taking from that previous one?
Well, I just like it doesn't change. We have an 8-team bracket. The only really bracket we focus on is Basha and Horizon, right? And then survive and advance. That's all it is. Like, you put all your eggs in one basket for that, but it's fun. It's an exciting time of year, and just process.
For me personally, I don't see a weak link in the Basha team. Your offense is great. Your defense is great. The only thing that I've noticed is injuries. You guys have really felt that on defense.
Yeah.
How have you really made up for that and dealt with those injuries?
Well, I think, one, our kids collectively have stepped up, right? Kind of a next man up. And so when kids get their opportunity, they understand, this is a great time to kind of show what I can do as an individual player, right, and how to help the team. And I think our staff has done a very good job as well, kind of allowing our kids and putting them in position to be successful, whether it was the day one starter or the backup that had to come in and obviously play a larger role.
Brody Veer's new quarterback, you worked with Damon for 4 years. Now he's in control of the offense. How has it been working with him and seeing him grow into the role of a starting quarterback so well?
Yeah, he's a very coachable kid, and I think that's probably his best gift, right? You can coach him hard, and he doesn't blink, and he understands. He's yes sir, no sir, and there's those types of kids are, they're not a dime a dozen anymore, right? Which is fine, everybody's got, different way of press their buttons and get the most out of them. That's our job as coaches, but he's done a good job just, understanding the game within the game. He's got great arm talent. He's got a little bit of swag to him. He's got good leadership qualities, good kid. Distinctively fast, I think catches people off guard, he's only got room for improvement.
My final question for you, and I just want your opinion as a coach, but people talk about trap games sometimes, and they're like, you don't want to get too overconfident. So you as a coach, when you know your players are going to be excited for the playoffs or even another big rivalry game, how do you balance with them being confident but not being overconfident?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a day-to-day thing, right? Like, I mean, Monday we have our team meetings. We go over, our goals and objectives for the week. And the kids got to understand, like, it doesn't matter who, like, we're not focused on who we play. And what I mean by that is, like, we're focused on us. Like, yes, we're focused on who we play and whatnot, but not in the sense of should the opponent or their resume determine how we're going to practice. Like, that's not our focus. Our focus is on us getting better every single day. Like, that's just how it is. And if we are playing a team that is inferior on paper, right, by media or by whoever, the motto is we're going to play at a level that they can't compete at. That's what the goal is, and we're gonna play that way and allow all of our kids to eat, allow all of our kids to get in, and that our starters, that is your duty.
You guys heard it here. Basha head coach Chris McDonald at the 2024 Open Division Playoff Bracket reveal. Basha ranked number 2, but Coach Mack isn't worried.